What is up, everybody? I did get a package, and I don't know if you can read that in that top corner, but it is indeed from Japan. So I have the slip from the shipping place here. It is indeed from Japan, covering my address so you can't see it. So most of you probably know already what this is, or at least not what it's of, but what it is, because it is of something very special. And I'm kind of showing my hand a little bit by opening it and showing you what this is, because I don't think this specific vehicle has really been a secret too much, but it is going to be interesting for me because I need to start learning about it a lot more so I can find the right one. I'll tilt you up just a little bit. There she is. So, probably no surprise, but it's another catalog, and this is one that I honestly have been waiting for a little bit, if I'm being honest. And I already know, obviously I already know the trims, but there's a few things that I really wasn't able to find answers for. So I was really hoping I could get a brochure catalog like this, and it would tell me. Obviously, it's going to take some deciphering because I don't know a single stitch of Japanese, but honestly, I honestly think I am going to be probably the biggest collector of these catalogs, just because of the time frame, the time period which they're from, a lot of the thinking about a lot of the, the features that came out back then. I mean, this was all like top of the line stuff back then, and just seeing the progress between now and then is honestly, I think, incredibly cool. And then of course you got power mirrors, looks like some interior bits up here, with the like wood grain style stuff. I already mentioned the mirrors, the automatic dimming for nighttime driving, window shades here built in. That would be cool. Looks like the rear windows. That's cool though. It actually goes into the, you can see the line here that actually, there's the window itself, and then there's kind of like the little window you get kind of behind by the C-pillar. That's just straight flat and frameless, so that's cool there. Good trunk space, which I would assume is just showing off the cargo net that's right here for the dealer option. That's what this section is. Got a like a subwoofer back here, and then looks like custom floor mats, kind of like what I've got in the Chaser, I would assume. So all that stuff is really cool. But yeah, I'm gonna have to look through this and probably pull up Google Translate, and so I can decipher a lot of the hieroglyphics that are in there. But as always, love learning stuff about the Japanese culture from back in the 90s, or in this case, early 2000s, and get to learn about a lot of the cars that, the U.S. market never got. And for whatever reason, I find that very interesting, and, you know, I may pick up some more catalogs for cars that I have no interest in owning. But that's not to say that I won't want to own them after reading the catalogs, which is a very dangerous game that I'm currently playing, and I'm fully aware of it. So I'm going to try to slide it back in its pouch here, and I guess we'll move on to the next clip, and I will see you there. So if you saw in that last clip, yeah, I know, I couldn't help myself. I got another catalog. But it's now, what, 2-3 days later. I'm here at work. You can see the background. I got Chaser inside. So I want to say like a day or two ago, my buddy called me. I don't think I've ever had him in a video before. I'm going to try to this summer, I promise. He's got a, I can't think of what chassis it is. It's a JS1 something, I can't remember, but it's a 96 Crown Royal Saloon 4. So pretty much the exact same drivetrain as this car, except instead of the VVTi 1J, and I'll explain why I have my cover off here in a minute. But instead of the VVTi 1J, he just has the, it's the non-VVTi GE. So, really the only difference with that from this, still has the automatic still has the automatic transmission, the transfer case, the all-wheel drive system, all that's the same. But yes, so that is a thing. He was telling me he's pretty sure the VVTi motors were interference because of the variable valve timing. And I would assume that depends on if you're in, or if VVTi is activated and has adjusted itself when the timing belt snaps, as opposed to whether or not it interferes with anything or not. But he's like, make sure you're checking your timing belt. I'm pretty sure that it doesn't interfere regardless, from what I've read, but I just decided today, since I'm slow, I would take off the timing cover, which is really easy to take off. Take off the timing cover as it sits here on a dingo. But decided to take a look at it, and I'd forgotten there is a sticker on it from Japan. I can't tell if that's 43 or 93,000 kilometers. So, but I'm thinking it's 93, because that would have been about the time that it would have needed to have been changed if it was still the factory one. And it's, I mean, for, you know, 194,000 kilometers, that timing belt doesn't look like it has a ton of wear on it. So I'm not seeing any cracking. Granted, I can't see the whole belt, but it's actually looking really nice for having 100,000 kilometers on it, which roughly equates to, let's see, 1.6. I want to say it's like 60-ish thousand miles, so not bad at all in reality. Since I'm finally making a video about the car again, I'm going to go ahead and show you a few other things that have developed probably since the last time I made a video, to be honest, since it's been so fucking long. Windshield does have a nice crack to her, so I'm going to throw that cover back on here in a minute. Leave the hood up so I don't forget. But there you can see it. The dash I knew about. Windshield's got a good crack right here, and that guy right there. I remember when it happened, not sure exactly how long ago, but I don't know if you can tell, but this is actually a tiny ass rock chip, and that's what started the whole thing. So I have to get a new windshield. That's roughly gonna run, with shipping included, probably $950-ish to $1,200, depending on who I buy it from. But you know, it's just one of those things. I'll let you guys kind of look at my tires here on the outside. See how this one looks. I've already had to replace that one because I had a blowout on the interstate on my way to work one morning. Not sure exactly what happened. I don't know if a belt just gave out and the tire deflated, and then going 80 miles an hour doesn't exactly allow me to just, you know, slam on the brakes, and so I continued to roll on it for a little bit, which destroyed the sidewalls even further. But on this one, I've already had to replace this one as well. Up here, what would be, well, what's my driver front tire, because I was getting some bad wear out here, which I don't know what causes that, but so in order to get that fixed, I was told that I would have to get new suspension, because I took it in, I did an alignment, and they said that my springs and shocks were, my struts, I guess is what they're called, was going bad, and that's what was causing the outside wear, because the suspension would rebound and come up and then not want to come back down, so it was holding the tire up, which brought the whole tire in. So that's the story with that. And I decided, well, since I've got plenty of time today, because I'm not busy, I really just wanted to check my timing belt. So looking pretty good. I really don't want to take anything else apart if I don't have to today, so I think I'm just going to throw my cover back on, and this thing is dirty. God, I got to get this thing washed. I might wash it as I'm getting out of work today, just clean it up a little bit. The engine bay won't get cleaned, but at least I can clean my exterior, because it is pretty dirty. You can see there's shit on my hood, and but yep, quite the laundry list with this car. I'm taking it upon myself today to actually do, taking it upon myself today to do some, I guess, not really inspection work, but just kind of like making mental notes for when I need to for later. I did find out that the ECU is really easy to disconnect in these cars. It's literally this bolt. There's a this tray right here that I'm touching that you can kind of see is like levitating above the glove box. So this tray gets removed. There's 4 bolts there. There's 1 bolt there. And then I believe there's 2 here in the glove box. And this whole gray section here comes out. And your ECU connections and everything right there. So, what the hell? Oh, whatever. So whenever I am able to, I can get that taken out, or not taken out, but when I get to this point, get to a point where I no longer need this, then I'm definitely not going to try to do a switcheroonie myself, because I don't have the proper tools. I would need a jack stand, or not a jack stand, but an engine stand, and a crane to pull the old engine out. And I really don't want to have to pull the transmission if I don't absolutely have to. But as it looks right now, I think I might have to pull the transmission, which is gonna suck because there's two, I guess you could say, two drive shafts that would have to be disconnected first. And I really don't want to have to deal with any of that if I don't have to. It looks like it's really easy for like all this shit to come out. And whenever I am able to get to it, this swap is going to be easy. That's all I'm going to say. I think I've already mentioned it before. If I have, you know what I'm talking about. If not, just have to wait and find out. So today is basically just a make observations type of day. And whatever happens, happens. Necessarily, but just gonna resume this where I left off. I was able to find the bolt. As you can see, there's the other two there. That one is there, and you can see this one is here. Luckily, it didn't fall too far. It managed to just perch itself right over here on top of the manifold. Actually, it was right... Let me see if I can point to it. Actually, no, it was right down in this hole right here. So I was able to find it, got it hooked back up, or screwed back down. Made sure not to drop it a second time. But I think that's gonna do it for this video. If you haven't already, like I said before, click that subscribe button, hit that like button, drop a comment, let me know if you're excited for what's to come with that car, and I will see you guys in the next video.